Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how you're going to make a lot of money. I'm going to show you the setups and what to expect. I'm going to show you the best case scenario for good entries and good exits. So let's get started. First of all, I'm using TradingView, and I'm going to do my charting in TradingView, and you'll see how the process works. I'm going to let the day play out, and as the day goes on, I'm going to do my charting, and while I'm charting, I'm going to find the best setups for either your longs or your shorts, depending on your trading style. So let's get started. I'm going to give a little bit of speed here. This is just an example, so you guys can understand how it's going to work daily. Okay, I set it up just a tad. So, and as I go on, I'm going to adjust. As the market tells me what's going on, I'm going to have to adjust. As a rule of thumb, I pause it. As a rule of thumb, I like the first 15 minutes, minimum of the first 15 minutes to play out, just to see what the sentiment is in the market, first of all. And as price action continues and liquidity builds, it should give us a direction on how things are going to go. So as you can see, we're at VWAP right now, so we're trading sideways pretty much right now. So we're going to let it play on. I'm going to wait for some price action to continue so I know where liquidity zones are. Yeah, so you see me adjusting. And keep in mind, this is going really fast, so trying to keep up here. Slow down just a tad. Okay. So it looks like this trend is holding up. So, for example, the first setup I want to see is I want to see this building liquidity inside this magenta trend line, right? So it's got a fair amount of liquidity right here. So I want to see a shoulder. I want to see a head forming here. I want to see the pullback here. This is enough liquidity built up for it down, right? But I need confirmations before I go in on this trade. What I do know for sure is that what I know for sure is that I'm in this channel and we're in an uptrend. So what I can tell you from 1, 2, 3 hits is that your best buy or long is going to be on the bottom of this channel. So let's pause right here. So and I see rejection here, and now this is going to tell me, this is the interesting part right here. This area right here is going to tell me if we're going to keep trading within this channel. So I can expect to see a move like, let's say we start from here, comes up, it touches down, and then it goes back up, right? So I like to call this the bolt, B-O-L-T. So I'll say this is going to bolt up in this example right here. However, this area right here is an interesting part because if we break above, then we know we have a stronger buying channel, right? And if a stronger buying channel occurs at this point right here, then what I want to see is, what I need to see is something that looks similar to this right here. I want to see strong buying, I want to see some retracement, and then rejection off that trend line. This is called continuation, and this is also a bolt up, okay? So we'll see how it plays out. But as of now, you're just in the buying channel. So your best bet is to sell on the top of the channel and buy at the bottom of the channel because you're in your uptrend, and we'll see when that trend breaks. If it does, we don't know. Here's the thing: we don't have to know exactly where the market's going. That's not the goal of this channel. Is to try to predict where the market's going. What we do here is we're giving you the best setups and the most likely, so you can make your own determination and you can determine what your risk is, how much you're willing to risk. So I'm just gonna extend these lines here, and right here, look, see, I see a little bit of weakness coming in right here. So I'm gonna pause it. So because I see weakness coming in here, I now know that one of two things is gonna happen. It's either going to all the way back down to this level here to keep this trend going, or your next option is a small pullback to continue the up. But in any event, either way, your best entry on your, if you're doing contracts and options, your best entry is going to be right here for your put, right? Or your short, if you're just doing stock, it's going to be right here for your short. Let's see how it plays out. I'll speed up a bit. Okay, so this is what happened. We hit the top, little pullback, it stayed on the top. So your best entry for this whole motion right here is obviously going to be at the lowest point. So if you're up here, you don't want to get in at the top. I don't recommend going long at the top of a channel, right? So my whole thing is, if you miss it, you miss it, right? But you don't want to be wrong. You're trying to limit the amount. You're going to be wrong. Sometimes it happens, but you want to limit your risk, right? You're at the greatest risk of a downtrend here because you're at the top. You never buy or go long at the top. Always on the bottom. This is going to be a theme throughout the channel. So let's play it. So if your first short didn't go proper here, well, you could have got something out of this. You should have got something. You should be chasing it. Why should you be chasing that? Let me give you an idea. So when you're going against the trend, meaning the trend is going up, but you're trying to call the short, or you're trying to go the opposite direction, you have to follow that stop loss. You have to chase this with your stop loss. Why? Because you're going against the trend. That's just, those are the rules. It is what it is. And it's just safer like that, right? Because you're managing your risk. Now, could it have gone like this? Sure, and you'd have been rich by the end of the day. But because we don't know the future, you have to manage your risk, which means you have to chase this, right? Once it starts developing, you have to put your stop closer and closer. So we're going to let this play on, see how it plays. And in real time live, it's going to be probably a lot more boring than this, right? This is going at whatever speed this 0.3 is on TradingView. Okay, now we see some weakness coming in here. Pause it. So this trend line's holding up, right? We have 1, 2, 3, a couple bottoms hitting right here. It's hitting on the tops, it's rejecting perfectly on the tops. So at this point, you now know you're firmly in this uptrend. You should be going long when you hit the bottom and riding it back up. And here's the thing: if you go long here and you're wrong, your risk is very small. It's very small. Your stop loss should be tight if you're buying on the bottom of the channel. Your stop loss should be tight. You can go pretty much zero stop loss here, and if you're wrong, boom, you're wrong. No big deal. You know exactly what direction. This is built up enough liquidity to give it some strength for the way down. So your longs should be right along here. That should be your long. Now in real time, you'll have more time to enter. This is going pretty fast here, so we're just trying to get through this video. So this is what I call a bolt, right? We hit the bottom of the channel, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, up. This is the bolt up. This is a good example of a bolt up. Doesn't get any better than that. Okay, we'll continue. So what do you think your next, if you had to trade, if you absolutely had to, if you're not already in this trade, which you should be riding this up until I'll tell you when, but if you just had to absolutely trade, you want to get in your ante for the trade, where's your next setup in this small time frame? Obviously would be at the top. And the top for what? For the short, right? Because we're just continuing the trend. So you're finding the patterns. You're looking for the trend here. And we're going to see if it holds true. Okay, perfect. So this played out perfect, right? We're gonna pause right here. So if you had to guess, what do you think your best short would be? Yes, it would be along here, somewhere along this line, right? You gotta get time to, because it's not an accident that we're touching here, right? It's not an accident. These are algorithms generated by computers, so it's not an accident. So these are our targets here. This trend line's holding up. So we're gonna rock with this one for a little bit. So if there is gonna be any downward, this is what I want to see. I'm possibly seeing a shoulder. I want to see a strong buying that comes up out of this channel for a head, and I want to see another shoulder form, right? So I want to see it do this right here. I want to see it break the channel, retest the channel, and then reject off the channel. We need this type of motion to build liquidity. And as time goes on, I'll explain why that's necessary. And because there's mechanics that make the stock market move the way it does. It's not just people like me and you like waiting to just buy and throwing caution to the wind and hopefully it hits. That's not what's going on. These are computers that are doing this, and we're along to ride the wave of whatever the computers are doing because they're moving the market. We're not. And again, we got to touch right here. Your safe is short or put or whatever your trading is going to be here. And if you're wrong, your risk very little bit, right? We're about risk management. We're managing our risk. The risk is the least right here for your short. Towards the bottom here, your risk is the least for the call or for your long. And again, we got a perfect touch off this line. This line's holding up. So if there's going to be continuation, what we want to see again is the same pattern play over and over. This is good liquidity. Whenever you see bottom of the channel, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, top of the channel, this is good liquidity building up. We need these moves in order to get the market to go in the direction that it wants to go in. Meaning, we need to stop out all these longs and stop out all these shorts, which gives it pressure to go in the direction. All right. So again, buy the bottom, sell the top. This is going to be the theme throughout all the videos you're going to get on this channel. Or if you decide to join Discord, which you should, because Discord is going to make you rich. And you gotta get your feet wet. I recommend you start. I give you the call. I'm not gonna give you necessarily call outs. I'll give you the setups. I'm gonna give you the setups. It's up to you to take charge and decide what's most likely. I'm gonna be here with you and I'll tell you your least amount of risk is at this point, right? I'm not gonna say you should buy this long here or go short here. That's for you to decide. I'm gonna give you the setups. And over time you'll notice the patterns and you'll start getting it. Or I can give you, I'll probably do some classes and some coaching, things like this to help people out. But some people just want, just give me what I need to know, man. I don't care about these lines. I just need to know what I need to know. When's the best time to go in and when's the best time to get out? I can do that. That's what this channel's for. So again, we're just trending upwards. This is a slow grind up. There's no action here. There's no liquidity to grab from anywhere. So what we do see here is getting interesting now. I noticed that we're no longer doing this, right? We're no longer doing that. Now we're doing this. So something's going on. But telling me there's most likely there's some weakness in this trend. I'm gonna connect these tops now. There's some weakness in there. So in my estimation, this is what I want to see. If I was to do this. So your best entries for a short, number one, is going to be again at the top. So best entries is going to be here for a short. It's going to be here on the break of this magenta line for a short. It's going to be on the break of this purple for a short. Now, the further you are away, meaning the higher up you are, right, the more reward there is. The least amount of risk is at the top when you're going short, right? So the lower you are on a short or your put, that's the most risk because it can turn around on you. But at least you're safe up here. You're safe at the top. So we'll play it out and see how it goes. I'm gonna clean up these lines a little bit so we can see what's gonna happen. Okay. And play. So when this breaks, tell me, okay, this is right. This trend line broke now. So that means something. So then we want to see it break, retest, and reject. Number one. So if you got in here, your first profit target is here. Your second profit target is here. And this is what I like to call easy claps. Let me erase that. Okay. Now let's analyze what we got going now. So we have our liquidity built up, all this liquidity built up, and now we see the trend line broke. So we know we have a different direction happening now. So we should have been buying, selling the puts, or you're going short on the top, buying on the bottom, you'd be safe. Again, same thing right here. But now you see a weakness coming in. So here's the setup, like this, like this. That's what you want to see, right? Let's see if that plays out. And also I have to, so this is stuff I'm doing live. We're gonna get through it together. And as the chart goes on, the conditions change. So you gotta be able to identify those changes and realize what's happening. So if this is gonna go up, if we're gonna go up over here, this is what I want to see. I want to see this. I want to see this. And I want to see this. Right? I need the price to do this. But I need liquidity to build up. If this strength is still going up, I need liquidity to build up. This is what I need to see. Right? So on a smaller time frame, it looks like inverse head and shoulders. That's what that's called. If you zoom out and you're on a larger time frame, what you'll notice, it's pretty much just a bolt, right? So it's gonna look like this. It's gonna bolt up, come down, and then come back up. That's gonna be a bolt, right? On a larger time frame. But I trade in the minute time frame. And I'll reference higher time frames from time to time, but I like to use price action to figure out, or for the best setups, right? So I know the up, well, I know it has to look like it's gonna go up, it needs to look like that. If this is gonna continue down, right? Because the stock market has two directions. I want to see this, right? I want to see it grab more liquidity from the retracement and reject off of that. That's what I want to see. These are the mechanics of the stock market. It just works like that. And we'll see if that plays out. And when I'm drawing the lines, I can't be exact, right? But I'm doing the best. I'm doing what I can. Because it can't be exact spot on. A lot of times it will be, but that's just from experience. I see some weakness here. Okay, so now, again, we should have been in the trade here for your short. This is your short, right? If you remember, we had this drawn out. So you had three chances to get it on this play, right? If you remember, you should be shorting on here. You should be shorting here, shorting on the break of this magenta, shorting on the retest, and you had another opportunity on the break of this purple to short. So plenty of opportunity to short. And here's the thing: if you miss it, oh well, you miss it. There's other setups. There's always another setup. Sometimes you just gotta wait longer for them to play out. They play out every time. It has to, right? So let's play this out. Let's see what's gonna happen. So in real time, what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you what the setups look, what they should be looking like, right? So I'll be drawing them in real time. So if this one breaks, I'm gonna see some retracement up here because this blue now is broken. So did the blue break because we're gonna reverse, or did the blue break because it's gaining liquidity? We don't know. We don't have to know the answer to that. You gotta manage your risk, right? That's what we're here to do. Is manage the risk. We don't know. No one knows the future. But anyone's telling you that? You gotta bridge yourself to you as well. All right. So what I'm seeing is here's a possibility for the up. Here's a possibility. It could be maybe a shoulder right here, maybe a head right here, and maybe another shoulder forming over here, right? That would be sufficient liquidity to shoot it back up. But we don't know what's gonna happen. because you have to zoom out to a higher time frame, and on a higher time frame, you could have this playing out. So whenever you see this, these zones have mutual interest, right? Because this is where it can go either way. You don't know what's going to happen. It can go either way. So this is where you got to take your risk. But again, you should be in this trade on the safe spot, not in the middle, not in the middle of the water. You want to be on the top going down, or on the bottom going up. So we'll see what happens here. We'll play it out. I'll leave those up. We'll see if it. So I see some. It's like a curving up a bit. It's not doing a V-shaped recovery. So let's could have one of these where it's a slow grind up. Okay. So break of this purple seems to be the downward. So whenever this purple breaks, that's your down. So I'll be calling this out, and this should be the theme for the whole day. So if I have to like jump off for the moment, or because I have another job that I do as well, if I have to jump off and let you know what to look for your downside, what to look for your upside. I'll give you all the keys you need to know. Now I see a head forming here, and this broke. I'm gonna widen this just a bit. This is how real-time charting works, folks. Okay, so this one I want to look for if it's gonna go up. Again. This is what the down looks like, right? So it's rejecting, similar to how it did on magenta. Now we have the same setup on blue. Okay, so same setup on blue, and we'll adjust accordingly. I think that's good right there. We have the same setup on blue now. See how this works. So we broke your purple, right? Breaking purple. If it breaks down below your purple, that should be your trigger to know that maybe we have downward pressure. Again, same rules apply. You're buying on the bottom. You can't buy in the middle. All right, so it looks like this played out. That played out right there. So now you're thinking, okay, well, now what? Here's what you're looking for. Here's what you're looking for. Let me just clean this chart up a bit for you. Oh, I had it right here. This is gonna head up. This is what's gonna happen. You want to see it retrace back down here and bounce off of this. Okay. If this is gonna head down, here's the downward path. So here are your options. You're in your magenta uptrend, and it's starting to reject off the bottom of purple and off magenta, top of magenta. So this is looking like this, something like that. That's what we're looking for here. Let's see if it plays out. And the reason I'm saying that is I see it rejecting off the top here. So it's most likely going to be that larger bolt down I was showing before. I just messed my line up. You can't fix it there. Okay, so that played out. And now what we want to see is a little bit of retracement. And then here goes purple. So I broke your magenta. It's about to break purple. Right? Remember we had this, and this is going to be a key here. So if you are going to buy a call or go long, you go long here. This is where you go long, at the bottom. But you got to chase it because you got the pressure coming against you. And you broke purple, right? So now you broke purple. Let's pause it here. Let's pause it here. So if this is going to be a longer term trend up, this is what I want to see. Top. See the longer bolt up? This is invalid right here. This became invalid. So it's most likely not going to be a longer term up. It's what we're going off probabilities because no one knows the future. So let's see how this plays out. Remember, this is our setup. And in real time, it would be a lot slower. It's not going to go as fast, so you have plenty of time to know what's going to happen. I'll be putting out videos in real time shortly. I'm just giving you an overall general view of what to expect on this channel to see if it's something you're interested in. This is how you're going to make money. Because you don't have to know the direction of the stock market. You just got to measure your risk. And that'll become apparent as you learn and practice more. Again, this is a good example of a break and retest. So it broke, retest, reject. That's a bolt, right? So here we go. Now let's see what happens. Another trend line we need to be looking at is this one right here. So we know that this green, we know this green's a thing. So if we're going to go long, it's going to be in the bottom of green. If we're going to go short, it's going to be in the top of green. Let's play it out, see how it works. But we know we broke our purple, right? Our purple is our, there we go. Our purple is our warning for shorts. Lose some strength, that's trending down, and boom. Okay, there it is. Okay, that's a pretty good move. And now, we'll pause it here as you can expect from this from here on. Right? You want to see some retracement before the down. Let me try that again. Okay, did the same thing. See what happens. You should have been on the top of green. This is where we're buying our shorts. Okay. Okay, I think it's a pretty long video, so we'll wrap up here. I'll be doing some more. This is just an example of what to expect. This is day one, video one, so we'll see how it goes. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you.